What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. If this is your first time here at my channel, thanks for joining. Welcome. So this video is going to kind of tie in with my building a food plot on 5 acres series, but it's not going to be in that series. It'll kind of stray off. So basically what we got going on here, I'll fill you guys in real quick, is this is a 1/4 acre food plot I'm building at my house. I have 5 acres here, and this is a 1/4 acre food plot. I cut all the trees out, dug all the stumps up. I just tilled this and drug it the other day. It looks phenomenal. It looks great, as you can see. I'm super happy with it. And I should have done this before I tilled as fertilize to kind of work it into the soil, but regardless, I've still got at least a month until I plant, about a month and a half till I plant up here. I'm gonna plant clover here, and I'll give you a rundown of what I'm gonna do. I want to explain to you my thought process on this. This could be 100% right, could be 100% wrong, but that's just what I'm doing, and it's worked in the past, as you'll see later in my other food plot, which is clover, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So like I said, this is going to be a clover plot. I'm going to plant Whitetail Institute perennial clover up here, and with a clover you want to use a fertilizer that's low in nitrogen, because clover puts nitrogen into the soil. So a 6-24-24 or a node 20-20, that's what you want to use for clover. Right now, I'm going to use a 12-12 fertilizer up here, because this is virgin soil. It's the first time it's ever been tilled. This, you can see how extremely thick it is up here. It's been like this for 20 years, you know. So I'm going to kind of give this soil an all-around boost. So 1 acre calls for about 400 pounds of fertilizer. This is a 1/4 acre, so really it would be around 100 pounds. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to take 50 pounds of this 12-12, and I'm going to spread it here, just kind of give it a base. And I don't want to do too much because I don't want to add too much not knowing what's here already. So we're just going to give it a slight natural boost, and then before I plant, I'll till this up again, and I'll put a little bit of 6-24-24 in it to help give the clover a boost. And it is 94 degrees out right now. Holy shit. All right. Well, all right, I didn't use all 50 pounds. I probably used, I don't know, 45 pounds. There's probably 5 to 10 pounds left in this. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna call that good with what I put down. I'm gonna use the rest of this on the logging road down at the cabin. So right now this food plot's at my house. The other one's a mile down the road at my cabin. It's 2 separate properties. They're really close to each other. So we're gonna hop on the 4-wheeler, ride down to the cabin, and we're gonna go put some fertilizer in that food plot. All right, so I've been trying to get this logging road here to grow for like almost 3 years now, and it's finally starting to kind of grow up. It's actually a right of way for a water line, so there's like kind of gravel on it and all this and that, but I've been throwing grow on it for the last 3 years or so, and now stuff's finally starting to kind of grow in it. And I mean, I've had the skid steer and dump truck in and out of here 10,000 times too, working on this food plot for the last 2 years, and now it looks amazing. So damn, it's hot, but I'll go ahead and show you the food plot. It looks awesome. The clover looks amazing, and we'll fertilize this. And here we are up at the clover plot. Man, it looks awesome. Most of it's flowered out. I'm gonna try to give this about 2, maybe 3 more weeks before I mow it again. Just kind of let the rest flower out, but most of it's flowered. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but whew, I'm drenched, I'm soaked, it's hot. The fertilizer I'm gonna use for this, since it's already a really good established clover plot, is 6-24-24. It's a low nitrogen mix. You can even use O-20-20, something with no nitrogen. But I'm gonna use a little bit of nitrogen. So I was gonna do this yesterday, but it rained yesterday, and I wanna make sure, before you fertilize a existing plot or something like this, you wanna make sure your foliage or your crop, your clover, your winter, whatever you've got planted, you wanna make sure it is not wet. You wanna make sure it's dry. If it's wet, like all the salt and basically everything in the fertilizer will stick to the wetness on the leaves of the clover, and you'll get fertilizer burn, and it can kill your plot. So that's what we're trying to avoid here. It rained yesterday. Ground is slightly moist, but all the plants are dry, so that's good. And I've got a rain coming in the next 2 days, I believe. So the rain will help activate the fertilizer and kind of push it down to the ground, seed itself, and that'll help the fertilizer start to release, and that's where you'll get the benefits from the fertilizer. So there actually is some moisture in the plot and on quite a bit of the clover on some of the leaves from yesterday's rain, even though it's been stupid hot. So I am going to hold off for another day. I don't want to risk fertilizer burn. I already dumped the bag into my spreader, so what I'm going to do is I got a semi-trailer down by the cabin. I'm going to put it in there for the night. Hopefully it doesn't rain again tonight, and I'll fertilize this plot tomorrow. The other plot, I don't have to worry about fertilizer burn because nothing's planted in it. There's nothing grown. So it's just not something I have to worry about up there. But with a nice, fully established, amazing looking plot like this, I'm not going to risk it. I can wait another day or two, let this fully dry up. So I'm not sure if you can tell, and I hate to pick this piece off, but there is some moisture on these, and even that salt and stuff sticking to this can cause fertilizer burn, so not going to risk it. All right, fellas, so it's been 2 days since I last saw you. In this video, I put the food plot was still a little wet, so I did not spread the fertilizer, but we're back up at the trailer. We're gonna drag it up to the food plot, and we're gonna fertilize today. It should be nice and dry. All right, I'm back up here. It looks good. We're good and dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread the fertilizer today. Thank God, because I didn't want to drag the cedar back down the hill, but so we're good to go. Plot looks awesome. Hopefully we get some rain in the forecast. It's super dry. It's been 90s all week. It's June 20th. It's the first day of summer today, and it's been sunny all week. It rained on Tuesday night, just a little bit. I mean, hardly at all, but that's why I didn't come out and do this yesterday. So gave it another day, let things dry up for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it now, and hopefully get some rain this weekend to start activating the fertilizer. All right, so that is 50 pounds of fertilizer on this plot of 624-24. You can, see where it's beat down kind of the paths I made. But I got all 50 pounds spread out pretty evenly through there, so I'm pretty happy with how evenly I got all this spread out. So my only worry is sweat on my glasses. You can see it, whatever. My only worry is where I went back over. I went vertically this way and then I went this way all the way up. I'm just worried about where I'm throwing fertilizer on the stuff that's laying down, which clover springs back up super quickly. This, honest to God, that should be standing back up tomorrow morning, probably tonight even. So I'm really hoping I don't get fertilizer burn, but I shouldn't. It's dry. Hopefully it gives everything time to stand back up, and I don't want it to rain tomorrow. I want all that fertilizer to have time to kind of sink down in the bottom and down to the soil before it rains. So we'll see. And this is actually my first time fertilizing this as a clover plot since it's been planted. So I fertilized it with 1010 before I planted this, and I have not fertilized it one time until right now since it's actually been a food plot. So curious to see how it turns out. Hopefully I don't get fertilizer burn. From everything I've read, I should be fine. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you can relate to something. If you got any comments, leave me one. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you next time.